So, here's the thing. It's a great movie up until the end of the movie. I mean, I really like it. It's magical. It's really romantic. It's got two great performances from Richard Gere and Winona Ryder, and they are just great in the movie. And I won't lie, they are fantastic. And then we have the ending, which is really problematic. It is one of those endings you just think, nope, nope. And it's a real shame because the movie is really great, and then the ending comes along and kind of ruins it a little bit. And it's not the ending you want. And it's that kind of thing. You're watching it, you're wondering, did the people making it think, if we go with the happy ending, it'll be really cheesy. We can't go with the happy ending, because it'll just be so cheesy. Oh my God, look, it's so cheesy. And really, really, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It wouldn't be cheesy at all. It would be actually really a good ending. And, oh well, they obviously won't recognize how good this ending would have been. But for me, let's just forget about talking about the ending because it will just really anger me further. So, um, the film, for me, I really like it. I think there's great dialogue. I think there's really great chemistry between Winona Ryder and Richard Gere. I think there's a point to it, and there's a good meaning with the whole thing of they say why should we be in a relationship, but then they say actually we should be in a relationship because obviously we haven't got much time with you obviously not being going to survive for that long, a year, and then it turns into a matter of weeks. And Richard Gere plays this very good sort of womanizer. He's sort of been around loads of women, and you think, hey, oh, yeah, oh, and oh my God. And it's just, he's just insane in that whole thing of you don't really know how to trust him, and it's that thing where like you watch the movie and you're trying to figure out how many women you see in the movie that he's obviously got relations with, and it's pretty much everyone. And he said, "Oh, you want to go out?" And he's like trying to pick up some girls from the bar, and then he's supposed to be going out with some girl, but then he makes out, oh no, she's nothing and everything, and then then he obviously sees Winona Ryder and is like, oh, and he thinks she's interesting, and that sort of begins, and then there's a whole thing of that's actually some woman he was dating before's granddaughter, and it's like the grandmother's like, don't even think of dating her. No, it's not right. Should not be doing this. But then obviously he doesn't listen, and just leaps on in front. Um, it's always some very nice locations, so like Central Park and stuff like that. It's very nice, and I really like the way that Winona Ryder does all these little things, like cool things she makes in her room. And there's like a bit where she tells like a story to some kids that was cool and like sweet. And it is a great movie, but then just the ending, I wish like you could like turn it off and then just think of the better ending and not have to watch the ending if you had to sit through it again. Or maybe if I just warn you that there's a bad ending, then you just stop it. But like, never mind. I mean, they play both great characters, and I really like there's a whole thing of Richard Gere says about, um, I don't want to go somewhere unless, I'm with somebody, I don't want to go on my own, kind of thing. And, later on, he sort of reveals, well, actually, I'd never actually been on a date. One of those things that I set up myself, And she's like, "Oh, really?" And then he sort of like charms her a bit, and then there's nice chemistry in there as well. And I think the film definitely is very charming and very magical. It's just the ending sort of takes that away a little bit, but never mind. I mean, I'll still give it a good mark for what it is. I mean, I did really enjoy it. So 7.7 out of 10. I think it would have been a 9 if it hadn't been for the ending, but still, it's still a good film, and I really enjoyed it. So 7.7 out of 10.